IPOs, which of course have not been in abundance since the market volatility began in March, are coming back. And so's Leslie Picker. Welcome back, Leslie.
Thank you, David. Good timing for that IPO window to reopen after being slammed shut in March due to coronavirus. Slowly creaking open now, though. 2 deals set to price this week could raise upward of $2.5 billion. There's Warner Music Group, the label for Ed Sheeran and Cardi B, that's set to finalize its price tonight. And then ZoomInfo, which uses artificial intelligence to sort data for marketing and sales teams, that company will price its IPO on Wednesday. Both companies note adverse effects from COVID. But in Warner Music Group's case, the company says music streaming is actually a bigger driver of revenue and has actually benefited from more people staying home. ZoomInfo says its subscription model has kept a hold on current customers, but it does remain to be seen what happens to these customers and others in the future. Now, these 2 deals are a test for how the IPO market can function during a pandemic. I was able to obtain a copy of the roadshow schedules from a source. All investor meetings over Zoom, which no relation to ZoomInfo. Bankers say this method is cheaper and more efficient since the management team doesn't need to fly all over the country to meet with investors and feed them in high-end ballrooms. The effectiveness of this method of marketing to investors, though, does remain to be seen. But after talking with bankers, it appears there is some demand. There's a lot of cash on the sidelines that these investors can put to work here. And if the stock prices do go higher and stay that way, this may be a new way of doing things, even in a post-COVID era, guys.
Yeah, it's been interesting, Leslie, all the people who've adapted to the idea that you don't necessarily need to be in the same room. We'll see how long that continues and whether it extends to things like merger and acquisitions as well. How does it look so far? Are you getting any sense in terms of the book for either one of these deals in terms of demand?
Yeah, so far I've heard that there's a lot of interest in both of them, actually. One of the deals has seen very large orders come through, and that's one of the goals of IPOs is to have a pretty concentrated book of investors that you can trust will hold on to those stock prices or hold on to those stocks, in the first day of trading. So it seems like, based on people who are close to the deal, that they are seeing some big orders come through, which can help them achieve that. Now, it's interesting because typically you are able to kind of look into the whites of people's eyes and say, I trust you to actually hold on to the stock. And that's a reason why people have been preferred in the past to be face-to-face with people, not do things over the internet. So it'll be interesting to see if that trust factor changes in a Zoom roadshow environment.